coders, welcome to my video. In this video, we'll be checking what are the difference between the size of and the string length. So where we are using size of operator and where we are using string length. So for that, let's have a look. For example, I have an array. Okay, and here we have hello. So if I take size of this array, what will be the value? So we have size of is equal to percentage, as this is size underscore t. So we use ZU to print this, and we'll have size of operator here, and inside that we will put array. Okay. So the same thing we'll do for string length. So I'll copy this whole and just put it string length, and same strlen. So let's see what's the output. Okay, so they are saying incompatible implemented declaration. We should use string.h. So include, we have string.h. Okay, now it's fine. So once we have this, so we'll get the size of is 6 and the string length is 5. Why this happened? Because this data type is of string type. So this constant string will ends with a null character. So the number of letters are HELLO, that is 5, and last one is a null character. So in case of a string length, it's not taking the last character. So rather, they will skip the last null character and will count till that. While in case of size of, we are taking the whole number of memory, that is hello, that is 5 plus one extra, that is of null character. So we often comes into some mistake in our program where we are doing some index mapping or something, and there we'll use size of instead of string length, and we'll have some error. So this is one case that is with array. So the main thing is we have to check the data type first. Okay. So the same thing will apply on a pointer. So I have a character pointer here. So PTR, and we use array as a input to this pointer, and then we will PTR here and PTR here. Okay. So let's compile it. I think I have to use next line here. Save it. Then compile it again once. Now it's clearly showing the size of is 8, but the string length is 5. Okay. Why this happens? Because this pointer, we are taking the size of this pointer variable itself, not the memory that is pointed by this pointer. Okay. While in case of string length, it will take the memory that is pointed by this array and count till the null character ends. So it will give you the correct value. So this one is right here, and this one is wrong. So we should not use it in case of pointers. But as we see in the last example, we are using array. So only a small mistake in size of it is taking the last null character. So wherever string is used, we should use string length in spite of size of. Okay. But if we want to know the total size of the array, for example, I have 20 here. Okay. So now I will take this as array and here also array again. I save it. So now you will get 20. So the total memory that is allocated by this array you will get from size of, but in case of string length you will only get the data that is there, not the total memory. So we should be very cautious while doing. For example, if we want to have the if we have some data like uh, a, then we have b, then we have b, then we have e. Okay, so I'll remove this. Okay, so this data is not a string, right? It's just the sequence of characters. So if we again try to compile these both in this case, so what I will get? I will get 4. The size of and string length is 9. So this is uncertain. Okay, because this array, because string length will count till null character. So there is no null character here. So it will whatever memory is allocated by this program, it will point to that memory, and then so this is undefined behavior, while size of will give you the correct if it is not a null character. Okay, so next is, so in case of size of, if we want to calculate the number of elements or the index present in the array, that we can do, because here we have character, we'll take it in now, and I will point to 1579. Okay, now we have the integer array here. So let's remove this. I think this is fine. And now we have an integer array of 4 elements here. Okay, so 4 into 4. 4 is the size of this end, and 4 into 4 is 16. So in size of, we should get 16 approximate. So let's see what is the value and what this string length will give you. So it's a constant string, so it's not taking. Okay, let's try. So string length is not giving you the correct answer because it's not made for the string length, because it's not a string data type. While we have this size of array that is 16. So if we want to calculate the number of elements in this array, so we can do it. For example, int number of elements is equal to, we have size of array, that is the total size of this array, that is 16, divided by size of the data type, or data type is int type, so we can divide it by int type, or we can divide it by array 0, the size of this address. Okay, so if we print, we'll get the number of elements. So print f will get the number of elements in array is percentage d, and here we'll have number of elements. Save it. I'll Okay, so our string length. So I'll comment this out better. Save it. I'll Okay. So here I'm getting the four elements. So 1579 are the four elements in this array. So what we learned in here is, so let's take one more case. So if it is empty array, for example, if it is 10 and here we have nothing, or we can make it 0. So here we comment it, save it. So what will be the value? Okay, it's giving us problem. String length is 0. So this is unpredictable thing. So giving some junk value in case of the string length. And here we have the correct, 40 bytes. So ten is a array size, and int is a, so 10 into 4 is 40. So what we have learned in this, we should be, seeing the data first before applying the size of or the string length. So majorly, if the data is of a string type, we'll mostly use the string length because it will count till, null character. But it's not the case with size of. So it will calculate the whole bunch of memory. Okay. And if we are using the pointers, we should be very cautious in case of size of. Okay. But if it is a string data type and it's a pointer, its string length is well. So in this code, you will understand where to use size of and where to use string length. Let's see in the next video. Thanks.